In this wholesome shopkeeping game, you're an orphaned goblin trying to start a business. But you're not doing it alone. Say hi to Eamon. They're an antique dealer and your self-appointed guardian/business partner. And this is Auntie Val. She's a dear friend of your late parents and your other guardian. They don't exactly see eye to eye. Eamon thinks of himself as an entrepreneur. Auntie says that's just fancy talk for criminal. You might wonder how much trouble you can get into with old furniture, but Eamon's got a knack for it. Alongside that whole situation, you've got a business to run. Helping out colourful customers like Donoval and his peculiar nesting needs, or clumsy blacksmith Redwar, desperately trying to impress her new boss, or Mushromio and their extensive and frankly exhausting romantic adventures. But you're your own boss. Decorate, invest in your tools, expand your shop, travel a little, all at your own pace. The fate of the city can wait. Trash Goblin, out now.
Dahlia, I know you're nervous about going home, but you're going to be fine. We don't know the state of the crisis. But a job's a job, right? Get in, get out. Don't get sucked back in. Remember, Dee, it's just a job.
Sword Coast. Neverwinter. All these places will be consumed.
They call you the Shard Bearer, a piece of Gith's blade within you. The only one who can help us defeating the King of Shadows.
Bring in the accused.
Did you really think you could keep such relics of my people?
None shall stand against us. You cannot stop me.
Hey there, PC Gaming Show. Check out this next trailer. It's fabulous. Fresh tracks, or I will get you. How do you stop that which never ends? In the endless, no two journeys unfold the same way. Come, remain by the fire, and hear the tale of Norwind's greatest champion. There is no one I would rather die alongside than you, my champion.
We were prepped and ready for the heist. We had stolen Tier 7 passkeys, acquired the building schematics, and rerouted the security comms.
We're in position.
The package was as good as ours.
Heads up. Target down.
Every variable accounted for, but we fucked it up anyway. Next time, we gotta be even more prepared.
Wolves is a first-person shooter, four-player co-op heist game taking place in the future. We focus a lot on player agency, story, and keeping the player on their toes with some interesting elements that take you out of the brick-and-mortar world of Midway City, where the game takes place. It's a power fantasy, even though there's obviously tension as well with like stealth segments and stuff. But the identity of Wolves primarily is balls to the wall.
Wolves is stepping back into our payday roots. The big difference is, of course, the sci-fi area, where we can play around a lot with design. The freedom we have with this sci-fi space is a bit terrifying, actually, because you can go nuts, basically. We've actually told ourselves to not try to over-design stuff, but not limit us creativity. So designing the Midway City from the start, we knew we wanted big mega-structure buildings to actually place our levels within and be free of how big levels we want them to be. It's this very large city arising from the sea. You want to look out at the city and see, like, okay, so this is a living, breathing city and it works.
Coming back to the heist genre is sort of I don't know, after Payday 2, I felt like I had so much more things to do in my head, like what I wanted that game to be. A contemporary setting limits you in so many ways. Everything you do to enhance the game breaks the theme. With a sort of a sci-fi theme on it, it enables you to stay in the pocket of thematics and still solve things from a gameplay angle. When making a game concept or a world, you have to think about what tools it gives you to solve problems in the future. And the sci-fi thriller theme gives us a lot of tools to play with. Midway is just a corporate haven. There's no rules, there's nothing. It's divided up into districts. There's even like district wars and this kind of thing within the city. So it's a very classical in a way, a dystopian take. Kind of like a classic role-playing game of saying like, oh, this is the backdrop, and I'm gonna hand you a new adventure and have a bit of fun. So there's something called dives in the game. It's basically a neural heist. In the middle of whatever you're doing in the normal mission, you can basically jump to this other place. Thematically, there's these architects that build these defense mechanisms that gets injected into people's minds, and then you're trying to break into one of those.
The dives allows us to explore a little bit with visual art design and gameplay design. Just tracking down this specific person that you need to make a dive into to extract information. We don't need a bank vault for that. It could be a suburban, gritty area, or it can be a very high-end luxury apartment or of some sort.
The dives provide change of pace and change of intensity in the gameplay and change of scenery. And it could be a nightmarish sort of abstract thing.
Imagine trying to navigate a forest or something like this.
But it could also be a Japanese temple or a fortress in the Swiss Alps.
We could just mix a lot of different stuff together because it's this very abstract place. And also with gameplay, we could go from a shooter to a platformer to a horror theme.
Or we can have sort of parkour experimentation where you can run on walls. We make the rules for what the dives are and what they can be.
The heist fantasy in general maps really well to game psychology. I'm a psychology-driven game designer to a large extent because we want to motivate you to keep playing and also like what are we stealing and what's the economy of the game. And I'm not talking about getting people to spend more cash. It's what's the drive of the game. And I think building new things or crafting things is a very interesting area. A good example would be like this thing we did for Payday where you would craft masks and this kind of thing.
Yeah, we're going back to the masks. I've heard people tell me before like, oh, GTFO and then it's a masks game, right? I'm like, really? Yeah, maybe it is. But we wanted to make something different. Like we didn't want to go fully masculine, maybe doing, you know, these big skull masks. Like we don't want to limit us to not do it, but with the mask we have now, we actually wanted to bring some feminine, some sexiness, you know. So one of the inspirations we actually had was the Keira Knightley pout that she has. And there's also like these Japanese theater demon masks with Hannibal Lecter type of style. So as in the dives, you know, we could basically make anything. The masks are this expression to allow them to expand the world inside of themselves. So finding designs where they don't really know where to put it, in what categories, we try to hit kind of a sweet spot there. This is going to be a high-paced, intense, and a very fun, collaborative game. Playing together with friends is a beautiful thing, right? Especially when we have these situations where shit hits the fan, we panic together and try to solve it.
So if you put 4 people in a room and they play it, and you start to hear the voices go up, and they start to be loud in the room, then you know, like, yeah, it's something, you know?
If you want to find out more about Den of Wolves, head to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist now.
Welcome to Evil Empire, where we've been working on the Rogue Prince of Persia's early access for over a year now, pushing the game way further than we ever imagined. I mean, just look at me playing. I'm happy, the team is happy, and our boss is happy. And the players, well, they seem happy too. Our 1.0 launch is fast approaching, so here's where we're at.
Death shuns you, Prince. Use this gift and right your wrongs. you have the opportunity to save your kingdom as the worthy Prince of Persia.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. We were the conductors of the train, tirelessly serving our passengers with kindness and respect.
Excuse me, this is a conductor-only residence. Please back away from the door.
Hey, what's up? Yes, get motherfucking ready!
Listen up, scumbags. You rats will never get me out of this control room. You understand me? Never.
Car key. Bro, let's just flush him out. I'm tired.
Do it.
Run! Move.
Hull compromised. Please evacuate the train.
Those ungrateful mother...
Bro, we can literally intercept the conductor, steal all his shit, and extract.
Let's go!
I'll take right, you take left. Say go.
Go.
Dead. We got them! We got everyone!
Engine fall in 10, 9, 8.
Carabao, we gotta move!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
eFrontiers Founder Access is the first public step in creating a visionary sci-fi survival experience. You start your journey alone, a tiny blip in a seemingly endless universe. As you struggle to gain a foothold in this hostile world, you can build rudimentary structures, improved ships, components, and more. You'll begin to discover details about the universe and the ancient civilizations whose remnants still roam the skies. Everything requires fuel to operate, and good resource management is crucial to survival. The most potent source of fuel, crude, is necessary to build formidable ships, advanced structures, and even stargates, reconnecting the vast universe. Smart structures are highly customizable and open the possibility for emergent gameplay only bound by your creativity. Founders have already created custom tournaments, specialized trading hubs, advanced security systems, and more. Are you ready to lose yourself on the frontier?
I'd say the days are blurring together, but what days? As for the isolation, I'm an introvert. Suits me. The contracts just keep on coming. 2 more rigs to construct. That will put me short in power. Gonna need more hydrogen generators. Good news is, I've managed to synthesize 334 litres of water in the last 24 hours. Now they want 200 litres of ammonium hydroxide. Rewards are good though. On completion, we'll finally acquire an electrolytic producer. And with all that methane on level 2, that means methanol. After that, despite the fact no one really knows what's down there, I push on and keep going deeper.
Welcome to Matsuzawa Manufacturing Factory Number 1.
This is a factory in Modulus. Here, we're producing blue cores. Let's see how we got here. This facility was built out of these 3 modules, which were joined, stamped, and dyed with pigment. Produced here, in our blue pigment refinery, which was constructed from these modules, made by combining these modules, cut from cubes, which were melted from polyrock, extracted here.
I know our odds. Maybe it's time to consider the easy way out.
Give me all your love now. 'Cause for all we know, we might be dead by tomorrow. I can't go on wasting my time, adding scars to my heart. 'Cause all I hear is I'm not ready now.
You were always one of us. From day one. What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion?
What's in your heart? But if you're not ready for
You're still making it about yourself. Just look at us.
How can you be ready?
I just wanted to find a way out.
'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die.
This is Pathfinder Abomination Vaults, a hack-and-slash dungeon crawl where up to 4 players battle through a single massive labyrinth filled to the brim with monsters, treasure, and secrets. Customize each hero between 3 paths inspired by 2nd edition Pathfinder, or mix and match to craft the perfect hybrid. Whether adventuring solo or with friends, switch between the party's heroes on the fly to unleash almighty combo attacks to annihilate the forces of darkness. Deep below the surface, the dark sorceress Belcora Haruvex gathers her power. Are you foolhardy enough to delve into the shadowy depths of the Abomination Vaults?
We meet again, little merchant. Still taking up the challenge of a double life. Torn between one endeavor and another. Two sides of the same precious coin. In one life, you brave dangers, while in the other, you put your skills and hustle to the test. To grow your store. As you chase that vision, you may pause and wonder, is this pursuit more important than its destination? That answer lies within you, little merchant.
responsibility. Sharing a roof with someone, make sure they're humans. Check their eyes and teeth. An overlooked visitor will kill you.
Hi, I'm Oscar, a solo developer, and this is my game, Botsu. It's an online multiplayer game where you control a ragdoll robot and compete in some very silly physics-based competitions. I started making this game in my spare time, and now you can play the free demo on Steam. You'll start off in a lobby area called Bot Central, where you can meet up with your friends and mess around with the sandbox while they arrive. When you're ready, mind the gap and hop on the matchmaking train to your Botsu tournament. Your team will compete in bonkers boxball matches, steal boxes and drag your team to victory in Stockpile, and try to be the last bot standing in Sumo. It's even got physics-based power-ups, like sticky bombs, balloons that work on anything, and grappling hooks to swing the match in your favour. You can play both online and split screen at the same time, and you can create crazy custom matches in the Steam demo right now. I hope you have fun!
of Chandley is small, complicated, and everyone's got their own story. For 100 years, the practice of horticulture has been under a curse, making even the simplest act of cultivation unpredictable. But you come from a long line of sorcerers steeped in the green and growing arts. Your family's old lodge has been empty for a long time, so don't expect airs and graces. Chandley may be small, but it's thick with secrets and set in its ways. Is it ready for the return of a mandrake?
The Mandrake setting is based on British history and folklore. For research, we've walked in a temperate rainforest and visited an ancient coal mine beneath the Forest of Dean.
It's a world where overfishing might cause a river to put a curse on you, and where you'll go delving for bright minerals in the forgotten deeps.
Sunless Sea and Sunless Skies did have some light cannibalism in them. You can't eat people in this one, but that doesn't mean that it's safe. There are old powers waiting in the corners of the world, and the night does not belong to mortals. If all of that sounds good to you, wishlist Mandrake on Steam right now.
A week in the life of a demon school student in under a minute. Starting now. Monday, catch up on the news. Get a new assignment. Fight some guys using tactics. Check your diary. Tuesday, investigate a spooky classroom. Gain a rival. Fight some more guys. Find a dog. Wednesday, romance your friends. Kick an egg. Fight those guys. Thursday, follow some blood. Track down a missing sandwich, pull a new friend out of nowhere. There's guys, you fight them. Friday, find a cursed dog. Learn a terrible secret. Fight a really big guy. The weekend, sing karaoke, race beetles, rent some tapes, and generally just relax. That's 1 week down, many to go. Wishlist Demon School, an RPG with tactical battles right now.
Congratulations on your assignment. You have been selected to oversee a caretaker deployment in Sector 43A. This video will introduce you to your unit and its sacred directive, the preservation and propagation of the human species. After global hydrosaturation, Earth became uninhabitable. Humanity moved to orbit, but reproduction in space proved impossible. Moses responded with the Human Seed Program. Cryogenic embryos are grown to maturity in surface-based Lazarus pods, then transferred to orbital colonies for immediate workforce integration. Your caretaker unit manages every step: retrieval, growth, and orbital transfer. Caretakers maintain surface facilities, build autonomous power systems, and adapt to any anomaly, from environmental failure to unauthorized presence. Enjoy the rest of your assignment, and remember,
Every seed you plant shapes humanity's future.
Prospector, Norex would like to offer you an opportunity. We have some dirty work we need you to take care of. At your own risk, of course. Keep your mouth shut and you'll be rewarded. You want to hunt monsters? Join Norex.
And don't ask questions.
World changed in the blink of an eye. The outpost where we hoped to find salvation has stopped responding. We found it abandoned, all in ruins. Now we have to find out what happened and rebuild what's left. We make the most of the little space the tree afford. We live under a constant threat from the fog. Not an ordinary mist that we knew before, but one that overwhelms us with the worst kind of fear. And yet, if we want to survive in the new conditions, we must not only fight the fog, we must explore it, research it, understand it, as the fate of our people, maybe even the world, depends on it. And all before fear consumes us all. The tree provides. The tree protects. The tree prevails.
Waiting for prophets to lead them. Convert the feeble-minded. Learn the occult. Spread the mighty one's influence. Find power in the god of your choice to bring the unseen depths to the mortal world. Now go. Vanquish the opposition. Burn the non-believers. Indoctrinate the uncivilized. And survive the horrors. Grow in power and strength. Unlock new unholy sorceries to overcome the mightiest of enemies. Do you have what it takes to worship the Eldritch?
When the world ended, we shielded our city. Safe but trapped, we endured. Until now, until you, time traveler, only you can shatter our chains, guide our armies, defend our kingdom, propel the evil hordes. Rebuild what the enemy shattered and restore the might of our city. The lands of Bastion still whisper secrets, relics of power waiting to be claimed. Together, you are legions. Not even the hordes of the Unraveler shall halt your advance. Your strength will never cease to grow. Once banished, you will break us free.
If it feels like something's been implanted at the base of your skull, that's because there has. It's in your best interest to listen to me. Good work. Head back to the van. Head back to the van.
Meu Deus. Perdoe essa pobre coitada, que de joelhos rezou um bocado, pedindo pra chuva cair sem parar.
O sertão é rico para quem tem olhos de ver. Não é lugar para vocês.
Como uma pessoa pode lavrar um chão que nem mesmo cactos consegue brotar?
Todos precisam saber sobre o que de fato aconteceu em Canudos.
Eles moveram mundos para acabar com o nosso lar. Perdemos, mas resistimos, como um mandacaru no meio da grande seca.
Eles vão nos massacrar novamente, Pajem. Eles vão nos massacrar. Um a um.
First, aggravated vandalism. Then theft. And worst of all, you've tried to flee. And it pains me deeply. But a lamb that's always lost has to be gold.
Señor.
Chef, opening your own restaurant may feel like a fairy tale, but it's trickier than it looks. Customers curse you. The hordes line up at the door. Elder gods are summoned. All of this can really burn your biscuits, but you will be forged in the fires of the kitchen. Sharpen your knives and master the magic of food, for an ancient hunger has awoken, and the path to a demon's heart is through its stomach.
If you're watching this tape, it means the world has ended. Welcome to Gun Touchables. It's not a game, it's a state of mind. It's about having such a cool gun, you're untouchable. That's why they call it Gun Touchables. Collect crates in the wasteland to help you kick more ass. But your enemies are getting upgraded too, and that's where things heat up. So get ready to blow stuff up, and smack stuff with a shovel, and shred stuff with a bone saw, and snipe stuff. Survival is about sticking together. It's about getting badass guns and even more badasser upgrades. It's about killing whatever this thing is. Because here in the apocalypse, you're up against a million maniacal mutants that want nothing more than to pound you into hamburger meat. There's only one way to survive, and that's to become Gun Touchable. Coming to early access on June 17th.
And this is the Superhero Dispatch Network. I hope you're ready for your first shift.
Wait, we're doing this? Hey team, this is your dispatcher.
Someone's robbing the museum.
Watch and learn, Sonny.
How do I mute you?
We're taking bets on when you'll quit.
Friday?
Today's Friday.
I know.
If you want to be immortalized in ornateness, here's a little lesson in greatness. If governing is your vocation, it's all about location, location, location.
Go where you haven't gone before.
Find a religion
Or five.
or more.
Romanize your territories. Or keep them Celtic if you please.
Sharpen your steel or lose your head. I'd prefer Pax Romana instead.
Going up after all.
Yeah, no, I'm Nate, and I was gonna...
I thought I told you there's nothing up there.
Like, what's up there, though?
Nothing.
There's a tower.
Yeah, that's it.
When you get to the top of the tower, what's there?
It's like a top of a tower.
There we go. Oh, I'm done. Probably nothing up there anyway. Yep.
everyone.
Happy to be here.
Greetings, local life forms.
Delighted to meet you.
Open your mind.
This could be a party.
We simply can't pass it up.
Off we go, buckaroo!
Lippo Plus, for when you want something a little different. Coming your way.
Now.
Hold up.
What's on your mind? Aliens. The anomaly.
The bend.
We could theoretically send TV through it.
We already are.
The Bend is a planet-wide hallucination and a hoax.
Everybody seems so anxious to say something that they don't get their facts straight first.
Consider the Bend as a source of signal intrusions and dangerous interference.
The Bend is the future. It's our future.
Couldn't catch me zooming into any bend in space.
Let us eagerly embrace
The abyss.
The Nether.
Dimension.
Television.
Only on Blippo Plus.
Hey, I'm Felix Schade. I started Morbid Metal a few years ago as a solo dev, and what began as a small passion project has evolved into something far more ambitious. It hit Steam Early Access this summer, and I can't wait to show you more. Morbid Metal is a fast-paced, roguelite hack and slash that is built for intense combo-driven combat. You play as an advanced AI, trapped inside a deadly simulation. Your mission? Explore its beautiful and brutal iterations, grow stronger, and prove your worth to your creator. You'll control up to 3 characters. It's a bit like switching weapons in a shooter, except here, you're switching full-on playstyles. Each character has their own unique combat style and active abilities, which are unlocked as you explore the simulation. You can even chain attacks between different characters. Start with Vector to quickly dispatch enemies, switch to Flux for a flurry of hits, and finish your combo with Echo's special attack. Mastering each playstyle will be essential, as you'll face a variety of powerful enemies, each with their own attack patterns and weaknesses. And at the end of every biome, you'll face powerful bosses. These are dramatic, high-stakes encounters designed to be tough but rewarding. Each new run reshapes the world. Layouts shift, enemy types change, and you'll have to adapt and make strategic choices to succeed. Choose character upgrades, buffs, or curses that change how you play. Some of these choices push you to take risks, others offer abilities, rewards, and modifiers, which alter your combat style, making each run truly unique. Play the free demo tomorrow during Steam Next Fest and wishlist now for early access on August 20th.
Good morning, Emberville. Today is the first day of our very own public bus service. The bus services will start in the tracks and ash tree, but will expand to more neighborhoods as passenger approvals roll in. The City Council says this will be the test to see if more public infrastructure is worth improving. So get out there, ride the bus, and let your voices be heard.
Subject decimated.
And we're the rats in this cage. You're gonna get us out of here. We better get to work.
On this most auspicious of nights, I would like to raise a toast. New friends, I bid you welcome to the club.
We've got to get out of here.
This will help.
I'll keep an eye out for anything dangerous.
I'll check for anything on the floor.
A terrible curse has drawn you together, but fear threatens to drive you apart.
Did you seriously rob me? Is that blood?
God! Oh, God! Keep your cards close to your chest.
No, this isn't right.
For you'll need to decide who you can trust.
Is somebody there?
Before the rest of my guests arrive.
Hungry? Yeah! Get some fast food! Velocity noodles! Fast food in this bag!
from the evil within. Sacred duty, guide my way! Protect me! Shall tread where angels fell.
We're PlayFusion, a studio done playing by AAA rules who still believe games belong to players. Descendant is an FPS capture the flag reimagining where strategy collides with chaos.
It's like capture the flag on crack.
Edmund McMillan of The Binding of Isaac. This year's Tyler Glale.
Yeah.
We're coming to you from Santa Cruz, California.
Hometown.
Number 1, this is not a wig.
Yeah.
Number 2, we got a game coming out soon.
Yeah.
Here's the trailer.
Yeah.
What seems to be going on with the little guy?
Yeah, I think my cat's sick. Yeah, he's got a broken neck. He has horrible IBS. His mouth and one of his ears are missing. His soul was removed by a Kandarian demon.
What was that last one?
He's taken a shotgun to the face a couple times.
What?
He's got rabies, I'm pretty sure, and he's made a deal with the devil. He was stabbed repeatedly in the neck, chest, face, and hair. He's incredibly dehydrated. He has depression. Who doesn't nowadays, right? He appears to have a conjoined twin. He has a gambling addiction. He was probed by aliens. He was mauled by a large headless beast. His tail appears to be growing ahead. He has ADHD. He got into a fight with a dog.
Mugenics, coming to Steam February 10th, 2026.
Paul Mason, 34, former surgeon at Westwood Hospital. You've been brought here to perform a surgery. Paul Mason, former surgeon at Westwood Hospital.
I don't know how, but I think we've done this already. Oh, what is the way out of here?
Warning, specimen containment breached.